Check it out. Welcome back to the Mic Council. We are live, back in effect with Karev of Heritage Hip-Hop and
Seek the hello effect. You know the vibes already. How y'all doing, people?
And shout out to our brother DJ Kawon, who will be with us
Kawon.
next week.
Yes,
as he does what it takes to get the family ready for the next year, next school year.
That's a fact.
So we're gonna count down the end of the summer by talking about some of these hot topics that's going on in the industry. And we are also going to talk about the things that matter when it comes to hip-hop culture. Where culturally those skips. So let's just get right into it, man. It's been a minute, man. We've been leaving the people kind of bare, yo. It's been too long. What's going on? What you want to tell the people?
Man, we've been busy, man. They got to understand, like, just like anybody, matter of fact, just like them, they have a job. They want to go on vacation. Everybody deserves vacation because at the end of the day, let's speak about reality. We got a lot of real things that's going on in life, so we do appreciate the love and support, but please bear with us when we take some time away because we still got to collect the information to be able to put on a show. And like you said, our brother Kawon spending time with his family. Family is very important. You know what I mean? And other than that, it's just life, man. Like, even if it ain't affecting you personally, there's a lot of stuff that's going on, man. You know what I mean? Like, I had a personal situation, y'all know about it, and I'm going through that. But when it comes to something negative, something positive come back. You feel me? But before I pass it on to you, you know what I mean? I just want to say the most very important thing is coming up soon is the Heritage Hip-Hop Awards. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like a couple of weeks away from it. You want to talk about it after you? First of all, before you talk about that, talk about what you've been up to first.
Man, y'all, I've been out here working. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Drums Rugged on the check-in. I've been working, bro. Like, the only thing I can really tell y'all is my work schedule's changed. I had to work some Sundays. So we apologize for the lack of consistency on Sunday, but that will return. Even when football season's here. If we got to get something done early, you're going to have a show Sundays at 8 p.m.
Facts.
No matter what, we got you. All right? So don't even worry about that. We just got to, work out the kinks. This is still pretty new. Thank you for all this love and support. And we hope that everybody joins in. Make sure you hit the like button so the algorithm knows that we on.
Yep. Facts.
You hit the share button so all your people know that we on. And be sure to just add into the conversation because we're going to talk some shit tonight. And we want all of you to join us. You know what I'm saying? So, see, we got like 3 or 4 good topics. Where you want to start today?
We might as well get the LeBron over with. You know what I mean? Since that's not too really in depth. You know what I mean?
But let's talk about sports in general. We could do the NBA and NFL.
All right. What you want to talk about the NFL?
Well, let's do the NBA first because LeBron is the hot topic. Do you think LeBron going to Philly going to guarantee them a chip?
It ain't just LeBron. He's going to be a help because they still got Embiid over there, and they still got Jaylen Brown. So them 3 pieces I named that look like they're going to the playoffs for sure. You're a Knicks fan, so y'all had to see them. You know what I mean? And I don't even know if y'all ready for them, being that y'all lost a few pieces that helped y'all. You know what I mean?
I don't see it that way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if you look at the NBA right now and look at the 76ers, they got the most dangerous backcourt in basketball.
Somebody said I'm
fast.
Hold on, tell me. They said I'm echoing. And I'm trying to figure out how.
Shout out to Freak. Lux Fam Entertainment is on. It's a sound thing. Check your sound, yo.
Check.
You're not echoing on my part.
And my headphones down a lot too. They down there damn near 40 under 50%. So I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, I don't hear the echo.
Hold on right quick, my bad. You?
No echo here. I hear you perfectly.
Okay.
Well, look, I'll say it like this. The 76ers have the fastest backcourt in basketball right now. Jaylen Brown at the 3 and LeBron playing the 4 is going. LeBron playing the 4, starting at the 4 is the most interesting part of this because he is 6'9", and last year with the Lakers he has guarded centers. So he has had a lot of front court experience in his career, if not last year. All right. So LeBron will be not playing out of position, but now you have the point forward coming back, and then you got Embiid. And shout out to Jones Rugged. He said Embiid has to be 100% healthy if they're
I
going.
want to respond to that. I don't agree with that because if you're looking at his standpoint, we got stars, and B don't have to do that much work. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Just grab a rebound. You got LeBron that could play every position. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Y'all got to think about who he is. He's still LeBron at the end of the day. He's not a banged up LeBron. You know what I mean? And LeBron don't have to use all that time really because, like I said, he got key players like Jaylen Brown that's gonna score regardless. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But you right.
Well, here's my thing. LeBron don't play 82 games. So I don't see LeBron making that much of a difference until playoff time, keeping it real. Because if he has fresh legs,
that's when they need him
playoffs,
though.
That's what I'm saying. If he has fresh legs going into the playoffs, all right, I can see LeBron making a difference. Joel Embiid can't keep his feet correct because he's big and awkward. So we'll see. We'll see what go on with that. You know what I'm saying? I think the main part of the offense is going to be Maxey, Edgecombe, and Brown. And who's the leader of the team? Who's going to take on the identity, and what identity is the team going to take on? Because usually when a team gets together in the first year, they don't make it to the championship. And LeBron got a 2-year contract. So what do you expect to see from them this year besides a lot of highlights?
For him to go and do what he got paid to do his job. That's one. And to be honest with you, I don't have a team. I'm in South Jersey, so I'm just happy he in Philly. I'm 30 minutes from Philly. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take my sons to go see him. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck being a nosebleed. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. LeBron is gonna, you know how much money he bringing to the city of Philly? Like,
while living in New York, yeah.
Philly gonna be lit regardless. It's gonna be lit regardless, man. But understand when it comes to LeBron, how he had to put on that press conference just to say he was going to Philly. That's the only thing I didn't like about that shit. I mean, he didn't do a press conference this time, but he made people wait because you know why? The NBA don't move without the king of the NBA. So you think he gonna go to Philly and waste 1 year and just be on the last year on eggs to see if he gonna bring a chip home for Philly? No, he going there to handle his business straight from the gate, yo. From the gate.
Well, let's look at it this way. Philly's gonna be the Philly New York thing is gonna be very interesting because there's so many backstories to this thing, to this story. Like, look, LeBron told everybody where he was going. People just didn't pay attention. Cause they said, LeBron, where you gonna play? He said, yo, I'm taking my time. Just trust the process. He said that all the time. And when he said just trust the process, who says that? That's Joel Embiid. He says he's the process, right? That's gonna be interesting right there. Because if he was already telling us what it was, then all people had to do is pay attention. Then we have the LeBron, Jaylen Brown identity question. Then we have the Jaylen Brown and Joel Embiid. Could they put their beef aside to coexist as a good teammate?
Hold up. When was they beefing? I just seen an interview the other day, and a reporter asked him how's relationship. He's like, yo, they cool. He's like, yo, they've been friends for a while, he said. And he said as soon as he broke the news that he was trading, whoever broke the news, he said Embiid called them. You know what I mean? He said they cool. So I don't know what beef you talking about.
It was before it was before the season, and it was an off the court issue. That's why when they said Jaylen Brown went to Philly, Joel Embiid, him appearing in his podcast behind him saying, you know, whatever, that was a big deal. That was a storyline to help get people ready for the season and show how Philly's changing, right?
Okay.
Then another thing was LeBron wanted to go to the Knicks to end his career, but the Knicks won a championship. And Rich Paul said if the Knicks never would have won, it would have been no decision. He would have went to New York. So
that's corny though.
Hey, but look, that's why he living in New York and wants to do the Kobe thing and take a helicopter to the games in Philly every game. You see what I'm saying? Because that's especially from LeBron's camp.
But why
So
he can't live in New York? What's the thing? Why he can't live in New York? You can live with anywhere you want to.
you can live anywhere you want to,
But
but
it make more
the
sense because Philly, New York, right there.
but the dynamic is well, it's stupid. Why don't live in New Jersey where it's cheaper? That's stupid.
Because what's to do in Jersey? You got to remember he's a rock boy, so I'm pretty sure, even though he wasn't in New York, I'm pretty sure LeBron got resources. His resources in New York, so it's better for
Of
him to be over
course,
there. To be honest with you,
he
Philly
a
ain't really
money
got
man.
too much.
He a money man. So why won't you live with it where the rent is cheaper? You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he don't care about the money. He's a fucking billionaire. You think I give a fuck about that's us thinking as regular civilians. He
Uh-huh.
don't give a fuck. That's where he lived over there. He ain't think about a fucking soda is $20. He's a billionaire.
Well, I hate you, and I want them problems because I want to be a billionaire too. Shout out to money. But the thing is, nah, you a money man, so you wanna maximize your dollar. So whatever, but the setup was for him to go to the Knicks, and everybody has talked about that. Even his own camp, Rich Paul talked about how going to the Knicks would have been the main thing, and even people knew that, and they even asked Jalen Brunson, "What do you feel about LeBron coming to the Knicks?" Jalen Brunson didn't say, "Yeah, I want him on my team." He said, "I'm gonna let the management decide that because I like my team and I like what we did last year, and I'd rather run with my guys again." So that makes everything very interesting. And here's the one thing about LeBron that I question: LeBron has savior complex. That's the thing that I think fuels his career, not his talent. Think about it. He had to win in Cleveland, and he did. Salute to him. He went to Miami to build the super team. They won. Salute to him. Um, he went to the Lakers to revive the franchise. The motherfuckers sucked. They got one chip though, and they got the first NBA Cup. Now after bombing with the Lakers in that last year, bum ass niggas don't play defense, right? He then goes to Philly, the dead franchise Philly, that had a good reputation at one time. And being that they're perfectly aligned with the Knicks, that's a storyline for your ass for next year. Because anything Knicks and Philly should be prime time.
He was looking for, you know what I mean? And then we'll be speaking on the Knicks. That's all I can say about the Knicks. Y'all won a chip. That's it. It's over. And I'm just being realistic. I ain't even no hating shit, yo. You know what I mean? That was y'all year. Because like I said, I got 3 friends that's diehard Knicks. And for the last probably 7 to 8 years, they've been talking about the Knicks. And the Knicks been losing every year for them last 7 8 years. So I'm happy for them, but that's when it stops. You gotta give it that to them. But y'all playing Philly, then they ain't gonna blow y'all out. But nah, it ain't gonna look too good for y'all, man. You know what I mean? LeBron over there, like I said, Jalen Brown is over there. And like I said, and B, you say he big and tall for nothing.
And awkward.
Yeah, fuck it. Be awkward. We don't need you to shoot the ball. Grab the boards and dunk it. That's it. LeBron will handle the rest. LeBron is gonna open up the floor. That's what I'm trying to say. People act like LeBron ain't LeBron. He's gonna open up that floor and he can shoot too. Let me stop acting like I'm a LeBron fan because people are gonna look at this. Oh shit, yo, see he LeBron. No, I'm not a LeBron fan. I used to be one. You know what I mean? When he was on Cleveland, when he did that fucking super trade and all that goofy shit, that's that new generation shit. Because where we come from, Karev, anybody that's in their 40s and older, we ain't come from that type of NBA. You know what I mean? You played on the team, you build a team. So I get your point on that if that's true with the Knicks. I don't know. I'm not a Knicks fan, so I can't agree with you, but I'm gonna take your word. The Knicks built their team and they won that championship. So respect to that because we come from that. When LeBron started doing all that goofy shit, he started that shit trying to be that super team shit. But I'm
Well,
done
that's
with
what.
LeBron. Fuck him.
But I will say this before we get off that. That's why the NBA. That's why the NBA legends. It's funny how everybody love LeBron, but near the end of his career, this is when all the critics come out. Because if you
Yeah.
notice, all the NBA legends have been saying it was LeBron who fucked up the NBA with the super team shit. That he didn't stick with his team and blah blah blah. And my thing was shout out to Kurt Flood, RP, who passed away years ago, who was the first free agent in sports history when he wanted to leave the Cardinals to go play for another team because he said it wasn't fair that somebody could own his rights and own him. He had to be stuck on the team for the rest of his life. And he fought for free agency, and that's why we have it. I will say that the LeBron story this year is going to be very pivotal because LeBron has savior's complex. It's not that he does like he should not get the attention of being a star, but he's an aging star. And when the NBA turns over its new leaf to all the new stars, that's when we're going to see what the NBA is after LeBron. Because think about this, yo. Drones Rugged said the West has always been harder to win in, and the East seems like the easier path. Well, we got SGA and OKC. We have the Spurs with Wimbitch.
Damn.
No, fuck him. No, we good. No, you don't teach children be respectful and shake hands, and then use a big rich bitch, and then you can't shake people's hands at the end of the game. You just walk off with an attitude. Even when LeBron did that shit, I ain't like him. For that shit, I don't respect that. Respect should be the number one thing that you get. Julius Randle did that shit, and I don't like none of that stuff. I don't like none of that. I mean, you can get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. You got a big ass chick.
Damn, how you think he feel? Because he was doing. No, I'm just saying. Because at the time that was your man though, Julius Randle.
Yeah, well, fuck him.
Y'all was on his coattail crazy.
I respect his game, but then when you start throwing your middle fingers up at the crowd, you get traded and you don't even go shake hands with your old teammates. Like, yo, get out your feelings, man. Like, come on, man. That's whack, yo. You're a paid athlete. Like, come on, man. Like, you don't do your job when you get paid, you get fired. I guess that's why he's on the Brooklyn Nets now. He ain't gonna win again. Whatever.
Damn.
Fuck the Nets. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And
I get you.
And here go up. There's Drums Rugged again. He said, y'all bugging. Joel is cold when he's focused and healthy, but he has to be both. And in the words of Ari Spears, when I dribble the ball, I got to be good with the ball. I got to go up with the ball. Like, look, I ain't beat for Joel Embiid. He's all right. He can play. But at the end of the day, a person who jumps up and down on the court and breaks his foot every time he hits the floor, get the fuck out of here, yo. Him, Anthony Davis, all them motherfuckers, man. I ain't beat for none of that shit. You got to be on the court to play. And that's all sports is. You can't just be available. You have to be able to play. And I don't give a fuck how good you are. If you're only good for 25 games or 30 games, the process failed. And it's going to be LeBron who might save them or Jaylen Brown. My question is with Jaylen Brown, does Jaylen Brown command the double team? LeBron does at the 4. Edge comes is a bucket and fast. And Maxi's the point guard, right? So what kind of offense are they running? And just to go back to the Knicks, right? The Knicks are going to run the high post offense, high post rub. Okay. Then you have who else is in the East? The other storylines for this year is Trae Young popping shit about New York. Remember, he ripped the Brunson jersey at Fanatics because he hates New York. And he goes at Brunson, you know what I'm saying? So you got that storyline. That's a major storyline in the league, right? You have, what is Charlotte going to be now that LaMelo's gone? What's another hot team in Halliburton's back. What does Indiana become? Would the Knicks have one if Indiana was there? You have Detroit trying to run it back, Cade Cunningham and them. The NBA has lots of, I'm not really a basketball fan. My favorite basketball player has been my stepson. I only got back into basketball because of him. Nick's cool. Oakley's my favorite player. They lifted that nigga off the ground and threw him out into the. Look, I was like, I'm good. It came too much. But besides that, this year looks to be very fun because not only did the Knicks win, which is a good story, the shift of balance comes, and then I want to see the thing that excites me the most, not to be long-winded, I want to see what happens with LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. When you have a dynamic backcourt but a questionable front court, I want to see what dynamic the league takes on now, because if the three-point ball is still going to be very dominant, if free agency and building a team is going to be the thing, not just getting the top free agent, AE Philly, and putting a team together in the first year doesn't guarantee a championship. Does the West come back to power? Does SGA get a little tougher? Does Chet Holmgren grow a set of balls and not disappear? That's what I want to see. So I salute the NBA. I like the NBA Cup. That was good. Now that the Knicks won and the Spurs played in the Cup, was the Cup become more interesting now because now the teams in the cup went to the finals? Is that a precursor to what we will see? I mean, it's a little more interesting this year.
I will see, man. I ain't really into NBA like that. I usually come around when the playoffs, depending on who's the teams and stuff like that. But I'm just ready for football season, to be honest with you. My bum ass Giants.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I am a football fan. That's my football and boxing are my two favorite sports. So we could talk NFL. That ain't nothing. What you want to say about the Giants? What you got on the Giants plate this year?
I'm a Giants fan regardless, but I just gotta be real. You know what I mean? I hope we do better. You know what I mean? Now we got a better person that's throwing the ball. Um, I don't know how true this is because, like I said, I haven't been doing my homework. But did we resign Odell Beckham?
It's not guaranteed a contract
Okay,
yet.
because a security guard told me that he's like, "Yo, we know we getting Odell Beckham." I'm like, "Fuck, cause I'm getting hyped for. We
Nah,
need a whole good team."
he's been the second. He's been the second best wide receiver in camp, if not the
He be
first.
getting hurt though. He injury prone. We know that, man. Look
Shout
all
out
the
to
teams
Joel.
he went to.
He got the Joel Embiid disease. Hey man, you can't be on the field. You can't play. It doesn't matter to me, yo.
No, he got that party and think he is celebrity other than the athlete. They got to separate that shit. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. What it is with him specifically, Odell Beckham, because if he stayed out of the media and just came to fucking work at his job,
That's what he's
he
been doing though.
probably retire as a fucking Giant.
But that was the plan. That was his plan, and that's what he's been talking about. He's talking about he's been taking cues from LeBron that in your age you stack games and be there for the younger folks. So shout out to the Giants. You know, we got Jim Harbaugh. I'm a Giants fan. We got Harbaugh this year. You know, and for the first time in about like 11 years, the Giants has a good offensive line, it seems. But Dexter Lawrence and the Fat Man dance, we had to lose him to get a fucking guard. So it is what it is. But I will tell you this: the NFL this year is exciting, and not for the Giants. Unfortunately, they are a part of the excitement with their new coach because now, whenever you have a coach in this area that's a hard-nosed East Coast type of coach, it matches the culture. It could be worse. We could be the Jets, and the Jets suck. Them motherfuckers are guard. Yo, I'm at the games every week. When I tell you, it's like niggas be buying, pardon language, people buy tickets just to get hurt. They be like, you think we gonna win this week? Ugh. Like, I hear that every game, and I'm like, yo, you just gotta enjoy it, man. It's football, yo. And it's hard to enjoy sports when the product is so bad. Well, the Knicks were bad for so long. Shout out to the guy who destroyed the Knicks, Scott Layden, because it started with him. And the Knicks were bad from the Willie Anderson contract on down, right? The Giants have been bad ever since Tom Coughlin left. And he's a hard-nosed East Coast coach. Now, yeah, they had some success with some other coaches, but they didn't match the culture. One guy had a suit jacket too big, and he was destroying, he was criticizing Eli Manning because, for those you didn't know, the Giants were supposed to draft Patrick Mahomes. But the guy, the GM told him no because he's loyal to Eli. There you go. The offensive line sucked and everything.
Damn, I ain't know that.
Yeah, and the best quarterback we've had in New York since Eli Manning was fucking Jameis Winston. And I wanted Jameis Winston on the team for years. Shout out to the black quarterback that our old GM said black quarterbacks for the Giants don't have the look of the franchise. So shout out to racism. It's everywhere in these sports. The NFL is going to be interesting, man, because like I said, old players are getting old, new players are coming in, and we got people changing teams. Personally, I would just like to see my team win. They picked to go 9-8, 10-7. That's cool. I just want to see a good season because the shit I've been seeing is absolutely fucking horrible. And let me just say this, please, yo. You know your team is bad when you have starting on your side of the field going to the other side of the field, and you're on your own 20, and it's 2nd and 30 or 3rd and 30, and your coach calls a QB sneak to go to the other side of the field. I swear, when I was there and I saw that game, I said, what the fuck? And the dumbass owner wanted to bring that bitch back. I was like, man, I'm good, yo. So, I don't know, man. I'm cool. Oh, yeah, fuck Madden. Okay, you got it, bro.
Nah, like you said, I just want to, I mean, piggyback off of you that I just want to see a good season. That's it. I don't care about no Super Bowl talking that like that. I want to be able to enjoy it. That's why the last 2 years I've been skipping our games really, and I really haven't been into it like that because I'm in a fantasy football league, and usually when I'm into that, I'll be into the games because you got to watch the games. And when I used to also gamble, sports bet, I also want to watch it, but I haven't been doing neither of that. So, like I said, I just want to see my Giants win, and if they got an ice season, I might go. I might go to the MetLife and go watch them.
I
Take
see
my
you there.
son. Know what I
I
mean? Because
see.
he ain't
I
never go
see
to a
you there.
game. He a Giants fan.
Come see me when you go there. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go to the comments. Lux Fam Entertainment said the Knicks been knocking on the door for a good minute there, so only getting 1 year. No, they've been in the playoffs a couple years now. Championship talk. This is the first year we
Yeah, they
start
ain't winning no more
championship
chips.
talk with them. So
They ain't winning
we'll
no more
see.
chips. They ain't winning no
We'll
more
see.
chips. Anybody that one thing about Knicks fans, they delusional. So in the back of their mind, they think they gonna win it right back to back. Like yeah, yeah, you know what I mean. But I'm gonna let y'all soak it all up until the new season started. And I want to hear about what y'all did. Let's talk about current. Fuck that.
Well, so we'll to the
And
Knicks. The Knicks got until October 20th. When after
yeah,
October 20th, it's a wrap. New
crazy
season,
thing is
new things.
October 20th. It'd be my 2nd year anniversary of the Hello Effect. So, hey
All right, well there
man,
you go. You could do it. You could do it in Knicks colors.
hell no.
Lux Fam Entertainment said the Giants are the ish regardless. They suck for over a decade and they still are the ish. Hey, the Giants will always have a loyal fan base. So
Word, I could say that.
yeah. So and Drums Rugged says I'm from Dallas. Don't get me started on the Cowboys lack of luck. You want to take
Fuck the
that first?
Cowboys.
There
Fuck
you
the
go.
Cowboys. Simple. I don't gotta say nothing else.
Y'all quarterback most famous thing is how he moves his
Facts.
hips, and how he got beat up at a concert before he got drafted. And he was a pity pick. I'm
Damn.
good, yo. I'm good, yo. A shout out to Lux Fam. He said I'm a Celtics fan. So fam likes the Celtics. I mean, shout out to the Celtics. Yo, the first team to ever have a black player in the NBA. Shout out to my sis, Harmony Equality, her uncle Sherman Douglas. You know what I'm saying? So salute.
Well, I didn't know that was her uncle's.
Yeah, he played in the NBA.
No, I know they were saying she had like a family member that was in the NBA, but I didn't know.
Yeah. Shout out to the Celtics. It'd be nice to see how Jason Tatum if he can carry the team, and if not, he'll look like.
Yo, you know he can't. Like you answering questions you already know. You seen
don't
where
know.
he ain't got them pieces in there.
But we don't know because his leg was broke, right? He cracked his ACL or something, Achilles. So we will see. He came back.
Who else he got?
Who else the Celtics got?
Yeah,
Lux fam. Lux fam. He gonna carry the team with the support. There you go. What else they got? They got everybody.
They been called like Bird. Baby, let me let Bird on that jersey.
You don't like White? You don't think White can do it? I don't even know who won the Celtics besides Tatum.
That's
White.
the point.
Yeah, so but that's the same thing they said about the Knicks. Like, who the hell's on the Knicks? Who's Josh Hart? Who's Bridges? So we'll see what happens. I mean,
that's different. Y'all knew who they were though. I don't think Boston fans know who their other teammates is, other than the people you had named. I'm just being realistic. That's one thing I can say about the Knicks fans. Even though outsiders don't know, y'all be knowing. Because like I said, I got 3 friends that kept the shit. Hey, yeah, he came from there. That person, yeah, he was a. I hear all that shit. I ain't even no Knicks fan.
Well, shout out to all the Knicks fans. If y'all want to do some Knicks apparel, go to heritagehiphop.com. Click on the store. We have Knicks in 5 shirts. So make sure y'all get a Knicks in 5 shirt.
We'll run them up. We'll run them. You're a diehard Knicks fan. Get 10 of them shits. Fuck it.
That's right. Every color. Whatever color you want. Orange, blue, white, black, gray. I don't give a fuck. Get it pink.
Run them up.
Knicks in 5 shirts. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? The thing about sports is sports brings out your identity. And if you notice, since the Knicks won the championship, the New York area has been very loud. The New York area has been very, very, very serious. We have the hip hop coming back. We have the music and the New York identity coming in real strong. If it wasn't for the Knicks, it would just be another year in the New York area. Now Tony Yayo has a cooking show on Complex. You got more hip hop beef now. We got Memphis Bleak versus G Unit.
Man, look, that's all gimmicks, yo. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, them celebrities, the rap money's dried up, so they trying to make money off of other shit for their likenesses, and they drawing new people because you got to remember, man, there's a lot of ignorant people, fans and artists that's in hip hop. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And negativity gonna attract the most people. So they already know that's their MO to do negative. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna do this, do this, do that. Man, I ain't supporting none of them. I don't give a fuck if they got a weed business. No, I'm not supporting your weed business. I'm not supporting this and that. And I'm not saying it for anybody that's diehard fans, but that spell, I'm out of that shit, yo. I like artists back in the day for their music, and before this internet shit, to get close to the artist, you had to buy shit like merch, posters, meet and greets. I ain't gotta do that shit. I see that shit all day for free on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
fuck him, fuck Tony Yayo. And what he got? You said
You got the complex show. You got a cooking show.
he cooking?
No, he's a judge. I saw the first episode was this week. It was Tony Yayo, Ashley Larry, Donnell Rollins, and some foodie guy. And people come and they share their dishes and they judge them, and they win and all this other shit, stuff like that.
Yo, when we gonna have new peep faces in our culture? It seems like the old people know in our position.
In this area, we're not.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to hear about where the people that happened after the Tony Yayos and the 50 Cent. Where they at?
They're not here, and I'm gonna tell you why. Pop Smoke got murdered, and he was the main one that was going to do it.
He was. I ain't gonna lie.
Scarlett, they dropped the ball with her because she went from the hard female with the raspy voice to then having feeling songs, and it didn't match her look. So that was weird.
She back to the horror shit though, but I don't like it because.
Is it good though?
No.
So there you go.
I'm being honest with you. It's not good because what she's talking about is like you forcing something. And like you said, they dropped the ball because when I met her early on, I knew the vision. If you're gonna stick to the kid shit, you gotta grab it that way. You can't now go back to the hard shit. And shout out to her management. Are they doing the right thing? Shout out to General D from Rough Riders. That's who managed them, Rough Riders. Or they doing what they need to do. No, I feel like she ain't no full around artist these days. She's a content creator since she started as a content creator. If you're gonna sign, because she signed to Epic, if you're gonna sign to the Epic, turn her to a star. She already had 1 million followers before y'all found her. So why y'all still got her doing the same shit?
So where are the new stars? Well, we have stars in the area, and that's a segue to the Heritage Hip-Hop Awards. Check out our Fresh Faces Honors, where we show you new people that you can watch, you can pay attention to, who we think could make some serious noise if you give them an opportunity. And one woman I like as far as the new artist is Connie Diamond. I think Connie Diamond is dope.
That's the dark skin with the blue hair.
Yeah, I'm a big person who supports Connie Diamond. We have and we have more. Check out the Heritage Hip Hop Awards and you'll see who we're talking about. But the New York attitude is based off of beef. Because if you think about it, New York, well, not beef, I say competition. The New York area is composed of territory. The Bronx, Uptown Manhattan, right? Brooklyn, Queens, you know what I mean? Yonkers now, Staten Island, you know, you have the boroughs, right? And now we have upstate New York coming into the conversation. And that goes into this 38 Spesh thing. Now, we talked about 38 Spesh versus Jim Jones and Kiss and Fat Joe. But, yo, as an independent, do you think 38 Spesh is getting railroaded in this so-called battle?
Nah, at the end of the day, I don't look at it like that because at the end of the day, he getting a lot of exposure. You know what I mean? He probably don't like how it's received in his head, but me looking out, he getting a lot of light shine on him. If he fully independent, his fucking streams and numbers
going up.
Features should be going crazy. So at the end of the day, it's he before he did this shit, he probably was thinking about all the backlash he probably is gonna get, but he stood on his 10 and he holding this. That's what I'm looking at.
Do you think it's fair that niggas? Sorry for language. I stop saying that. Do you think it's fair that you have the Jim Jones part of the conversation coming out?
What you mean? Explain that to me.
Well,
with the beef part, like
the story is Jim Jones is not rapping against him. He's sending other people to rap at him. And the reason why 38 Spesh made that song and went so hard on Jim Jones and Chrissy and all them is because one of those rappers that Jim Jones co-signed was talking about 38 Spesh's dead brother. So he was like, "Oh, it's all gloves. Oh, we not holding back. It's just all gloves off. We can say whatever we want." And that's why he did that. And after that song came out, I remember Joe Budden said, "Like, yo, I can't have him on my show." And then we heard about the industry blackball, and it started showing itself live
The
and direct in front of
Dave took him off
everybody.
the records.
And then people took out paid ads online with a promotion against 38 Spesh. So it was like, if anybody thought that you could never get blackballed, 38 Spesh is independent. He don't really need them. He could do his own thing. But 38 Spesh, if you look at it, I think 38 Spesh saved New York hip hop more than anybody gives him credit for. Do you think I'm off with that one?
I won't say save hip hop, New York hip hop, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, I'm not checking for them people up there. When if they represent New York hip hop, I'm not. Because at the end of the day, look what they doing. They not even trying to battle. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's drama. I don't like that type of hip hop. Back in the day, if like you said, it was competition. You said something to rap, I'm going to the studio. I'm gonna find the sickest beat. I'm gonna hit up my producer friends like, yo, you hear this? What Spesh said about me, yo? Hook up. And that shit gonna motivate me to go crazy. You know what I mean? But one thing that I agree with you, there is people jumping in this fake battle because they trying to get clout. Like all these no-name rappers.
Yeah.
And these fake street dudes, oh yeah, he snitched. I don't give a fuck about that. I want to hear your bars. I want to see how you paint a picture with your words. So I can be like, oh shit, you heard what he said? That's what I'm trying to say. That type of hip hop, the mainstream shit, that shit corny to me. I don't even follow the mainstream artists. I don't promote them. Like, I just want people to spit that, talk that shit. Talk that shit.
Well, think about this. Have you seen all the new rappers that have come out after Spesh?
Yeah, I don't know none of them, and I'm not going to check for them after that.
But that's the best thing, because now we're actually finding new faces. We're getting new music. Think about this. Do you know who Hugh Hef is?
I'm gonna tell you how I know him, and I really don't know him, but I'm gonna tell you how I know him real quick. Shout out to our sis, Sunny Do. You know what I mean? That's her peoples. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if she managed him or whatever, but she told me, to be honest with you, she's like, if I want to interview him, let him know. And I ain't know who he is, but then I found out, and I still don't really know who he is. But I'll let you. Well, who is he? Fuck it, since we talking about him.
A new face, a new voice. I mean, shout out to he's from Staten Island. You have
he knew or he been out before?
Nah, he's an independent new artist. He's not.
See, I ain't gonna lie.
He's gonna be new because nobody knows who the fuck he is. And that's what we're saying. We want new faces, right?
Nah, see, I'm confused now because
what do you mean?
How she was explaining to me, I thought he was like somebody, you know what I mean, like a legend or some shit like that.
Hugh Hef is a Staten Island rapper that's connected with Jim Jones and them, not Wu-Tang.
But he's not a legend.
No.
Rapper. Okay.
He is somebody who the world is going to learn is from Staten Island, but he's connected to Dipset, which is that's a story by itself. He can rap. He's not a corny guy. He can rap. He has a little flow.
I ain't gonna lie. We got to start having the music ready for stuff like this. Cause
I
wish we could put it on a screen like while we live right now, so we get.
What you want to have on the screen? What you want to have on the screen?
I ain't trying to test. You know what I mean? But I want to see if he nice or not. You said he's nice, so I want to hear it from myself.
You have to rap. He's nice. He's not. And 38 Spesh's crew has been coming out.
If you could describe it, if you compare it to anybody.
No. Consistent flow. Word barrage. Consistent flow. He just goes.
No, I'm just saying, like, far as like, you know how like if you got a favorite artist and they pay their music, so
I can't tell you. I don't know. Because I can't all the rappers.
Who you going to tour with other than Dipset? He got to be able to match with the same artist if he gonna be put on the tour together. That's what I'm pretty much saying.
If he was in Dipset, in my opinion, he would be the third best. Because Jimmy is the star. Jimmy is the star. Joel's got charisma. and Hugh Hef got flow and wordplay.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Jewels used to be the number one Dipset under Cam. To me, that was my opinion.
Right, because Jimmy didn't do anything yet. You're right. But if you look at consistency, Jim Jones is the face of it now. So you got to give Jim his respect. Now, if you're talking with Cam being there, he would be fourth best.
But you ain't talking about the skill level as far as like the rapping. You just talking about consistency, putting out project, songs, music, business and shit like that.
My business. I'm just saying. Jim got better
projects and stuff like that.
I think Jim is way better than Joel's ever was, in my opinion.
Damn,
that's just my opinion.
I can't agree with you on that, yo.
I can't.
Shout to L's. Shout out to L's. Even though you had your drama with the gun charges, you had I don't know if it's real, but people say you had your front teeth missing. You know what I mean? And all that other shit that you got jammed up.
We ain't gonna jam him up like that.
No, that's what messed him up.
Yeah, I know. We giving him. We're giving him respect.
He's supposed to be a star like Lil Wayne. I promise you. But all that shit I just mentioned messed him up.
But check this out. Joel's growth is not as dynamic as Jimmy's growth. And I don't know if people was writing Jimmy's bars from or whatever. It wasn't. It's not.
It gotta be.
It's not.
You went from butt cheeks to average to good, yes.
But Jim went from somebody who wasn't even rapping. His nigga was laying down in the videos. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even rap. To now being the face of that movement. I mean, you can't front.
He ain't a part of that.
Hey, look, if Joel's is really that nice,
he ain't a part of that. He's not a part of that. Cam said he's not a part of that.
Part of what?
That's Dipset. Diplomatic is Cam shit. Bird Game is and Vamp Life is Jim Jones. Yeah, he got that Bird Game.
At the end of the day, all I would say is this. I don't care what the hell Joel.
Hold up. Go to the comments real quick.
This pen is his pen.
I was really. You can start from anywhere. Go to the comments, yo.
Which one you want to start from?
I never was really a fan of Dips. I call them swag rappers.
I know. That's funny. I don't even know how to. I'll let you take that one. I don't know what to say to that one. I can't agree with it. They were trendsetters. That's what I can say. They made their own sound that will forever live in hip hop, yo. And the crazy thing is, not the strand, but this past Wednesday, I had the pleasure to interview arsonists from the Heat Makers. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, Baby Kanye. Let's go.
Listen, man.
Yeah, that sound was different. I'm ready and all that. True indeed.
Word.
Here we go. Ace Wonder. Shout out to Ace Wonder, who's also nominated for Heritage Hip-Hop Award. Let's like Drums Rugged. Drums Rugged is for Project of the Year. Ace Wonder is for Project of the Year and Artist of the Year.
Ooh.
He definitely sparked the resurgence a long time ago and been consistent. Let's talk about Jim Jones. They said it took some time, but
Jim Jones can't rap to me, son. I don't care what nobody said. That's just my personal opinion. He's not a rapper to me.
Joel's can't rap like that. What you mean? He got better.
When it comes to bars, he got better bars than Jim Jones. I promise you, yo. Anybody can say we can make a poll after this.
I got a whole selection. I'm a whole selection.
Keep going with that.
I was good. 1 2 1 2. That song. Come on, yo. You got it.
Nah, yo. From me to you. From me to you. That's all I gotta say. That's a classic album.
What?
From me to you is a classic album. Word up.
To you.
Now, whoever felt in that era, because that came around the time when Dipset was hot. I mean, it was fresh on Rockefeller. Everybody that was dropping. It's a bunch of artists that I feel like, just like Sheik Luch. To me, he the second best in the locks. He got Walk With Me. That was a classic. Silverback Gorilla. Them shits was all. Let me say something real quick. When I say classic, you think about I'm trying to compare Nas and them together. I'm talking about.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Or not you, for anybody that might say, yo, I'm not comparing them with them. I'm talking about for who he is as an artist. I like Sheik Luch as an artist. And
so you saying that was his classic? That's his best work.
Yeah, them bodies of work that just mentioned, yes.
Okay.
Some people don't even know them albums. That's what I'm trying to say. For people who don't know them albums, go check them
Gorilla
out.
Wayne. Yeah.
From Me to You, from Joel Santana, that shit really had no skips. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's your homework for the end of the day. Go check out the record.
Yeah, to you. I'm not listening to that. I'm good. I'm good, yo. Now, 30. Ace Wonder said the first comment, he definitely sparked a resurgence a long time ago and be consistent. About 38 Spesh. I salute. But even we're going back to new voices, right? You had 38 Spesh in his camp. Class Murder has been out for a minute. Class Murder is somebody who raps. If you want to hear. The thing is, though, we got new names, but we don't have new stars. because the New York well seems to be dried up, and I don't know what is it going to take. Because if you look at the so-called New York metropolitan area, which is New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, Connecticut gets no love. They get no burn nowhere. Connecticut has some good people, but without the
Yeah, they
money
got
and backing,
Millies.
but without money and backing, they're not going to be
And what's the old girl?
superstars.
No, she from Boston. My bad. I
They're
mean,
not
they
going to
from
be
Boston. My
superstars.
bad. They ain't from Connecticut. My bad.
In New Jersey, we got good people, but guess what? New Jersey lets people come into New Jersey and jack their sound. So when the Baby and Lil Uzi and them start doing Jersey Club, everybody doing these Jersey Club, but they're not doing songs with these Jersey artists that do this Jersey Club. It don't mean shit. It's trash. It don't mean nothing. So New Jersey will not have a star. And you know what's going to take for New Jersey to blow up? We're going to have a female blow up. That's what it's going to take.
I don't think, to be honest with you, shout out to Jersey, but New Jersey Club, I don't think it could really ever be a mainstream type of genre. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's for like an underground type of thing, because I feel like at the end of the day, as you evolve to an adult, that type of shit, it moves away from your life unless dance was a part of your life. Jersey Club, it really lives for youth, and you got to think about it. All the people that's trying to pop with this shit is grown as fuck. It's probably me and your age. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
I hope
Imagine
not.
me.
That's trash.
No, ain't
Ugh.
Unicorn damn near 40. He ain't in his 20s.
But he's the person who ushered it in on the mainstream level, so you got to give him that respect.
No, what I'm trying to say is he ushered on a mainstream level, but he's trying to make it right now off of that. And what I'm trying to say is, unless you an established artist like a Drake or like a Baby, they could make them type of records and the label is going to support it, regardless who they stole this shit from. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? I think Jersey need other, like, I don't know. We just need unique people like how we had the Fugees. Like, you understand what I'm saying? How we had Jaheim. Jaheim had a different voice. He sounded like Teddy Pendergrass. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's like uniqueness and togetherness at the end of the day. Because Jersey still don't got that shit together. Let's keep it honest, yo. It's still people that...
I want to do a show with you on that. I want to do a show with you.
Okay.
But I really think what it takes is the industry has to always reach down to pull somebody up, especially if you jack their style, yo. Because that's what Drake has been in court about. That's what Cardi B has been in court about. That's how people try to fuck up the Biggie legacy about. LL Cool J got cited for this before. You take people's stuff and don't give them credit. You know what I'm saying? And if Drake did a song right now and Unicorn was on the song with Drake, and I fuck with Unicorn, so salute to him. But if Drake did a song with Unicorn right now, you don't think that would have put the battery in Jersey just like it would have did for the Migos?
No. I'm gonna tell you why. Why, because people don't understand that the Migos had outer support also. We need our outer people that's in the industry to also do their part. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Atlanta was doing their part. It just wasn't Drake. And Amigo Atlanta knew what they had, because you got to think of the market. If we all popping in the market, we all gonna be able to make money off this shit. And what I'm trying to say is New Jersey don't have that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? People just want to be the boss, and everybody want to ride that wave until a wave ain't there no more. And I see that's what's happening right now when it comes to like Xiao, Fetty Home, Surf Home, Albie. But you still need more than I seen. Shout out to Wyclef, because I seen him got a song. He working with Sue Serves. So we need people like him, like Wyclef's, like why not? He
what
got
the
that
fuck
foot in
did
the
Wyclef
industry.
ever do? It's for a rapper. For a rapper.
I ain't talking. I'm talking about what he got, like his pull in the industry. Didn't he help Cannabis out? Ain't Cannabis from Jersey?
How? By so fucking up his career? Was that first album work?
He got him in the game.
All
man.
That. I respect Wyclef highly. Don't get me wrong, but nah. Because if Wyclef really was that dude, the way he said he was, right? No disrespect to Wyclef, but Cannabis' first album wouldn't have been a fucking dud, yo. And then after the Carnival, what do we talk about Wyclef? All them albums Wyclef had, what songs do you remember from anything after the Carnival?
911. What are you talking about?
My sentiments exactly. We ain't talking about nothing about Wyclef. I respect Wyclef. I respect Jerry Wonder and all them, because they did something with the new artists, but with all that pull, them new artists didn't get a look. So I'm good, bro. Like, nah. NAH, nah. Kendrick Intern said, what's y'all thoughts on Pooh Shiesty's new album? Not throwing y'all off, but as a hip-hop historian at 30 years old, I think every
Man, I might
generation
listen to that
to talk
shit,
about.
man. Like,
At the end of the day, I don't listen to Pooh Shiesty, so if you like it, that's good for you.
I only know one song of Pooh Shiesty,
I
and that's
don't
the
know
one with
none.
Little
I'm not
Dirt.
going to disrespect him. I don't know
That's the
none,
one
and
with Little Dirt.
I don't know none, and I ain't going to disrespect him. I don't know him. If you want to know about, you want some new rap I'm interested in listening to, I want to listen to Skilla Baby. He got a song with Nas coming out on his new album. I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't listen to no really down south artists like Memphis. He from Memphis. Rest in peace to the young Dolph.
True.
What's my man Moneybag Yo? He was cool. I don't listen to fucking the big head light bulb head ass. What's his name? Yo Gotti. I don't listen to his
Yo
ass either.
Gotti.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
Gorilla. The rest of all of them, they trash, yo. I'm being honest with you.
I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all. The new music I listen to is the artists on Heritage Hip-Hop. So you wanna know what I'm listening to? I listen to Ace Wonder. I listen
Shout out to
to
Ace Wonder.
I listen to Drums Rugged. I listen to The Bad Seed. If I want to hear some Spanish music, I listen to Janetza Miranda. I listen to Ipkiss, Stan Ipkiss. I mean, I listen.
Word.
I don't know who I listen to. Look at Heritage Hip-Hop and see what's going on.
But why you choose to listen to them though?
Huh?
But why do you choose? I'm just curious. Like, you know what I mean? For anybody that's watching, why do you choose to listen to them rather than listen to the mainstream? Because I feel like, yeah, people is prone to listen to people in the industry instead of new music.
Well, I listen to them because the music evolves. Mainstream music is the same thing over and over, and it's not fulfilling. And it takes for someone to disappear from the mainstream to come back and make good music. You only have a certain amount of stars. You know what I'm saying? I give a shout out to my boy Tree. He been putting me on West Coast music. I've been listening to more West Coast recently, but even that, I still don't listen to mainstream people. But I listen to the mainstream when I hear playlists. I don't hear whole albums anymore right now because there's nobody who gets my attention. And the newest album that's a mainstream artist I've been listening to is Inspector Deck. He got a new album out. I'm interested because I'm a Wu-Tang fan. If it wasn't for him being in the Wu-Tang and I'm me being interested in his career.
Let's go in the comments. Let's go to like Shiesty got the most Onyx music right now. It's not pushing forward, but from an art point of view, I can appreciate his rawness. He talking about nonsense, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That type of music, it comes to a point where I'm just speaking me personally, because everybody gonna change in due time whenever they ready. But you got to remember, like what we take in, no matter if we listening to it, watching it, that shit gonna fuck up our mind and it's gonna come frustrating. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear about all that shit, shooting and robbing. That ain't a part of my life. You know what I mean? Even though we gotta live because we're a product of our environment, we see that thing. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear something that's gonna motivate me. That's what music really is about, is to motivate you, to help you get through shit. You know what I mean? No matter it's a tough time, that type of music gonna make me want to hurt somebody. I'm being honest with you. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we got, and let's be clear, because when we talk about like we want to hear that stuff, people think, oh, you just want to hear nothing but positive. No, you could create something that you could tell a story. These people ain't selling it. Oh, I'm about to shoot this person up, I'm gonna rob this person. I don't give a fuck if you really do that. Look what's gonna happen. You in jail now because of that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm good off of that. But I respect what you listen to, and that's you, because what Jay-Z said, what you eat don't make me shit.
Pretty much.
That's a fact.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I like ignorant ass music sometimes. I do. Sometimes you gotta be in the mood for that. When shake your ass like your best friend, twerk like your best friend. Hey,
I mean, that's different. That's different. You talking about like I'm about to go shoot this nigga grandmother in the face?
Like, oh, wait a minute. He said, I feel like art is art. When I watch a movie, I don't want to hurt nobody, but I understand what you're saying. All right, let me wait. Let me address that. Let me address that, please. I got to address that, because that's a bullshit summary of music. And like I said, well, especially black folks, especially hip hop culture, we be saying shit that people don't even really fucking understand what the fuck they mean. So no disrespect to you, because I'm not going to disrespect you. I honor you as a person. That's a bullshit excuse. I'm gonna tell you why. Movies are not psychologically driven and force-fed into your mind. Movies are not force-fed into your children. So yes, a movie can be art and it tells a distinctive story, and then you put it down as a movie, as a movie. But movies are not rhythm-centric. And whenever you have anything with rhythm to it, it plays into your psyche. You will memorize a song 93% of the time more than you will remember a movie or anything from movie. because the highlighted things that happens in movies are the action and the beat that you hear. That's why when you hear when you in the music in a movie and you hear you jump, it's because it plays into your emotions and it brings that out of you. Music is fully emotional. Everything about music goes within your being as a man, woman, or a child, a living being. When music plays together and it makes one sound, that's called harmony. When your body's healthy, they say your body's in harmony. When you write music, you write on bars. Those bars are called steps. When you go through life, you go through a journey. You take what? Steps. When you have I only gotta go into all of it, but it goes together. And when people make a certain type of frequency of music, not only does it penetrate the blood-brain barrier, it also changes the rhythm of your heart, and that goes into your eyes and your mind. So I respect that when people say it's an art, is this, is that, but it still has to be presented in a way where it can be easily digestible and people can detach from it. So I get you. Everybody has a right to make their art. I don't mind it. I don't care if you make sex music. I don't care if you make violent music or whatever, but we have to have a certain place for it and we have to police it. And when it comes to our community, the music that we're put out is not being policed by us, it's being policed by people who want to destroy us. So I respect it, but I'm good. He said, I don't know about that. We watch Boys in the Hood, Menace Society, a million, true many times, and definitely variation, but it's a will. But look.
That's to spread awareness, though.
Yeah,
them
exactly.
type of movies, them type of films that spread awareness what's happening in our communities. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It didn't just go off with people saying, yeah, I'm a scam. Yeah, I'm a shoot. Yeah, I'm a gangbang. It's not that. Because if you look at the end of Boys in the Hood, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, they tell you about what happened to Doughboy. He was the most beloved character in that movie, and he gets killed. Then we talk about the dude, what was it, Trey from Menace to Society. He dies to show you that that's not what you're supposed to do. So in today's music, it's so degenerative of our look and our culture that you just see the degrading of it through violence, sex, and all the other stuff without a flip side that builds it back up. Because I'm gonna tell you the realest thing. As much as we talk about how great Jadakiss is, no one talks about how great Common is. And Common does not make music.
That's a fact.
So let's just be real. He don't make street music. Common makes life music. As crazy as Kanye is, and I'm not saying we should all go listen and support Kanye. Fuck Kanye. But at the beginning of his career, because Kanye was new and had different beats, people paid attention. So when this motherfucker married a porn star and his music fell the fuck off, who talks about Kanye? We take all that positive music away and we just talk about Bully and Hitler and all that, but we take away Family Business. We take away 2 Words. We take away Jesus Walks. All that shit disappears now. So I respect what you're saying, but there's a deeper thing to that than just, well, people make movies. So the fuck what? People make porn. What do I care? That has nothing to do with it. It's the effects and the lingering effects of the things that you make that is pushed in society, not just given to society. And I'm gonna land my plane right there. I'm cool on it right there.
No, because I used to think that same way, like Kendrick intern, and I just want to ask you this: Kendrick as a Kendrick Lamar intern, or is that something related to something else? You know what I mean? Because it is Kendrick Lamar. I don't think he appreciate that. But anywho, I want to say this though. I used to think that same way, like you know what I mean? Because like I write music, I create music and stuff like that, and I know from my era, it was pretty much creating a story with words, you know what I mean? Using your imagination to get people to understand what you was talking about so they could think about that and visualize that. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But as music evolved and they started letting all these different sub-genres come in, like the drill and the trap and shit like that, I feel like the younger generation wanted to say, look, I'm really on the streets. I ain't like none of these rappers. Okay, you're not a rapper. You're a street person. A lot of these rappers to be rappers to tell stories. And y'all street people sell drugs and terrorize your community. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, when some of y'all do get successful, y'all still don't get that life up. And that's why that's another reason why rap is fucked up, because they allow too many street and fucking strippers and hood rats and porn come in this fucking game. No, that's why me on my platform, the Hello Effect, I don't accept anybody. Like, you understand what I'm saying? If you ain't actively doing this shit, if you ain't serious, you ain't dedicated, passionate, I don't give a fuck how much money you trying to pay me. You not allowed on my platform. You know what I mean? We conducting nothing but people that love this shit. No matter if you rapping this, I'm talking about this, love the culture, that love what this shit stands for. Like at the end of the day, hip hop is about community, putting people together. You know, for a great reason. You know what I mean? No matter what, if you dancing, rapping, singing, yo, I just seen this person on the internet that had a fucking cane. Anybody know about Jersey Club? You go to barbecue like the old Jersey Club joint. Boom, boom, dun, 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 dun. I think it was that song.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm doing it right, but the cane was out of his fucking hand after that. And he
yeah,
just was moving his body. I'm like, that's what music's supposed to fucking do. That's all I got to
yeah.
say. And I don't want to keep too much,
Shout out
but
to
I had to.
shout out to Kendrick intern. He says Kendrick Lamar. He said, "What do you mean he don't appreciate that? Did you forget 2024? Dot was sliding that whole year. I'm an
Hey,
adult, so
yo,
what he was doing,
when
but he dumbs his music down to get his point across. But look, that's the point. That's another part of hip hop. All music is not supposed to be lyrically dense. Some of it is supposed to be simple. That's how you get the point across. One of my favorite songs of all time is Save the Children by Marvin Gaye. He not singing about all bunch of shit. It's a poem. Who is to blame when the world is, in sorrow? That right there is a bar because it makes you sit down and think. Who do we talk to, or who do we give the blame because the world is fucked up? It doesn't have to be super dense as long as you get the point across. You want to say something good about Jones Rugged?
he said all those street movies on Tubi, or I don't look at the street movies on Tubi, and I expect them to be that way because you just said it. They street movie, independent films. They make that shit however they want to. It's the same way as these rappers with these podcasts. They going in knowing that people gonna buy up that motherfucker negative weak shit. Like you understand at the end of the day. People don't understand. That's why I respect certain people when it comes to that because you can sell poison, but then you want to be looked at like you helping people. No, it's different ways to go around that shit. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I feel like we all have different stories, but it got to come to a point in time in your life where you feel like I don't want to tell that story no more. I want to tell my new story because everybody should have a new story. It's called growth. Like you understand what I'm saying? I can't be like 5 years later. I can't be the same seat or the same Hello Effect doing the same shit. No, I'm on a bigger and better things. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Music is about evolving, no matter who you is, yo. That's why I can't respect these same old ass rappers that tell the same war story that they never fucking did. That's another reason why I don't support them because I can't buy that fake shit. We know it's not you. Your
Yeah.
jig is up.
He said, "Thank you guys for the conversation. We can agree to disagree. Yes, we can, and we still have that respect. That's the main thing. But I will say this: you're 30 years old. I lived a little more of the change of the game than you. That doesn't make me better or anything like that. I'm just saying I've seen a lot more. And I'm gonna tell you from how I've seen the degradation of the culture from the inside out, not the outside in. I will tell you, it's good to feel the way you feel and fight and live through it. The most important thing I'm gonna tell you is your life is important. Live and teach through your experiences because you are important. And what you say is. And I'm gonna tell y'all this for real. And I know this for a fact because it's been told to me more than once by different artists from different places. When it comes to our people and our music, people are scared to see us elevate, so they push certain shit to keep us subservient to the money, and they use poverty as a weapon to fuel how they run the culture. It's happened in R&B, it's happened in hip hop. And speaking of that, let's talk about R&B real fast. The R&B culture is coming back, but it's not coming back through the industry. R&B is what hip hop is in the next 5 years, if not now, because R&B is not dead, but the mainstream and the industry don't cater to it. And after going to this Usher and Chris Brown show at MetLife Stadium, I will say the need for R&B is important because it brings the balance to the game that hip hop needs that hip hop doesn't bring. Do you agree?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love R&B. That never left out of my life. You know, what I mean, I love me some good 90, 2000 R&B, but I also love like these new R&B artists that I'm finding on Instagram at New Music Wednesdays. You know what I mean? Actually, not to segue away from this, what we talking about, but it relates to it. You know what I mean? August 30th, you know what I mean? The Hella Effect Experience Part 4. I have a lot of R&B artists on my bill. Like, you know what I mean? I wanted to do something different this event. You know what I mean? And like going forward, like I'm gonna have like a sheer amount of vocalists. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have rappers, but I ain't gonna have too many. You know what I mean? I want to showcase natural and raw talent. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna send them to you when I get off of here. I don't know how God put these people in my view, but like 5 or 6 they records. I'm talking about songs and how they off the fucking chain, yo. And they
Okay.
beautiful women. And they look good. Like, you know what I mean? They got that look. And I'm talking about that natural look, not that what society is. Not caked up and thick ass. No disrespect to any women that wear eyelashes, but they look like when we was growing up in school, like, man, she fine, like she, you know what I mean? That type of shit. So, and I feel like we need that because hip hop is just one thing. Like, you understand what I'm saying? We need
Yeah.
that balance.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that it's coming back.
I think, yo, you don't know how dope it is to see 60,000 people all sing one song. Come on, yo. R&B used to be the heartbeat of the community. And Tank said it best. When the industry started attacking Black love, that's when the music fell off. And that's what goes back to Kendrick Intern when we talk about the movies. The movies are mostly segregated into one thing. Violence, come up, violence, death. It's very rare you see in the movies a Black love story that goes to the highest level, especially without a man wearing a dress. You know what I'm saying? We don't see the Black action star. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan with the Thomas Crown Affair coming out because it's good to see something different. And for those of y'all don't know, Black Panther was an anomaly. That's not us regularly because there's caps put on our music. Look at the 5 Heartbeats. That only came out in 23 theaters, right? They did not want to push that. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker was not pushed. It's us that makes Tubi what it is, and then the Tubi changed the rules, and then we can't get on. Like we have to. It's more about controlling the narrative and controlling the story. Here's the industry thing I want y'all to know. I was told from an industry person, a person who works for a label, can't tell you their names or whatever. I don't remember, but the person told me the reason why R&B died is because R&B is heavily female centric. And the labels are tired of putting money into hair, makeup, wardrobe. They're tired of putting in money for hair, makeup, wardrobe, entourage, and getting women prepared because they're too much maintenance. They rather have men. And men are low maintenance. You might have to buy some weed, you buy some clothes, and get them a haircut, and they're good to go.
Don't they recoup that though? From the artist budget, so why does that matter?
They don't want to put it in because they don't want the headaches. Another person in the industry told me women for R&B don't get signed primarily because they're using the old work standard that women are as good as their bodies, and if they're not sexy, it's a wrap. And if they get pregnant, they don't want to work with them no more because the sex appeal is gone. So if sex sells and they can't be sexy, they don't want to sell them. If you notice, that's why when you hear things about Tim's, everybody want to get with her, but they say no. She says no because that could be something. I'm not sure. I'm not going to talk for her, but I do know that. Look at the Meg Thee Stallion story. She's not an R&B artist, but her sex life has taken on a story of its own, and we don't even talk about her music anymore.
But who's coming up with this information? Because
this is somebody from the industry that I talked to. A person.
I don't agree with them because I'm gonna tell you why. Because me as a man, and me knowing men. Men don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, but men don't buy music.
It's men out here that's trying to fuck niggas girls, knowing that niggas be excuse my language. They be slutting. I ain't gonna say it. Go ahead.
Men don't buy music. But look, men don't buy music, and the women have to relate to the woman in some type of way. So everybody gets mad at Young Miami, right? Young Miami, which is not an R&B song, but it has an R&B type of catchy hook. That song is a regional hit first because she's talking about how people act where she's from, and then because it's catchy, it goes. Now, give me 3 prominent R&B singers right now that are being pushed that are brand new. Tim's is getting pushed because it's more of a commodity. She's not the norm over here. She look good though, for real.
Beautiful. She beautiful.
But
I ain't gonna lie to you.
but she's not the norm. She's more of an international artist that made it, right? So think about that. Now you had Asia Jones on your show, right?
Shout out to Asia. She a
She
Virgo
makes
too.
good
Shout out to the
music.
Virgos.
She makes good music, but she's not getting pushed. My man, shout out to A&N and R&B. Shout out to DJ Big A. I hope returns to the show with Nas the Romantic. They talked to me about Snow Allegra. They talked to me about a bunch of, I can't remember
Shout out
all
to
their
Snow
names.
Allegra. I
But-
fuck with her too.
But we have other women out there like her, Darcy Sings. I don't remember all the women. I'm sorry, I'm not an R&B guy like that to know their names. But they're great voices, and we don't talk about them because they're not getting pushed. We have an R&B artist for the Heritage Hip-Hop Awards, Lady Girl. I want y'all to check out her album, Entanglement. Tell me what you think. We have R&B coming back, but the thing is R&B is not being pushed. The only person pushing R&B is Snoop. And do you see Snoop pushing October London or Charlie Be Real? They're out, but are they being pushed to the mainstream? Yes or no? But even with that, do you see their music everywhere? Do you see October London on commercials like you see rappers? Do you see R&B singers getting as much exposure? R&B is needed for our community because let me tell you something. When you go down the generations at these shows, when you go from Before I Let Go to Michael Jackson to Poison to Tank to Usher to I don't give a damn what's the name of that group from So Def? They made My Boo, some All Stars. When you go to all that, you see the degradation of the music because it goes from cookout music to then shake your ass music. And the older people like, I don't shake my ass. Only the young people are doing it, and it's a disconnect in generations. R&B is the one thing that gives us what hip hop doesn't give us. That's connectivity. It gives us women and men being different, and it marries the sounds to make the party go. It doesn't bring violence. It doesn't have to. It doesn't bring that negative spirit. We got fucking Usher feeding couple cherries and they're kissing on camera. That's more needed than a bunch of men looking angry with poo shiesties on, counting money and have guns in the video and people fighting. And if you're a father, I'm calling y'all out who watching this shit. And if you're mad, I don't give a fuck. I'm talking to you as a father. If you're a father and you look at all these children being killed in Mississippi, people getting hung, people getting shot. A 15-year-old girl was just shot in the head the other day. Think about that. You have these images out here. I don't give a fuck if it's a movie or a music video. You have these images out here where violence and being a tough nigga is the main thing people are showing, but we're not showing love. We're not showing togetherness. We're not showing community. And that's what R&B did. Everybody says, well, R&B makes niggas soft. Kiss my soft side. I'm telling you, we need to have this balance. So yes, there's a time to be tough, but there's also a time to be loving. In the Bible, it says it's a time for war and a time for peace. Why the fuck are we always on stay dangerous in wartime, but we're not talking about our kids? We're not talking about loving somebody. We're not talking about doing the things that matter to make our community a community. I think we need R&B back because we need to celebrate us, our love, our lives, and everything. Where the fuck is our next Before I Let Go? Where is the next Follow Me, Jersey Club? Shout out to House of Club Music. Where is our next I Just Want to Be Free, Denise Williams? Shout out to all the R&B singers. I need you on Heritage Hip Hop. Just because it say hip hop don't mean you don't have a home here. We need our A&N and R&B back. Nas, Big A, get on y'all shit. This is the stuff y'all can highlight. I'm not saying you have to, but we need more talk about Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye. Who did what? Who does Jaheim stack up? Jaheim was the new Teddy Pendergrass for our generation. We need to bring that back because until we bring the world for people to find out who these people were, everybody want to talk about hip hop. Happy birthday, hip hop, August 11th coming up. But everybody wants to talk about Kool Herc and we did this and it started in the basement. All right, that's cool. But who's talking about the art of playful seduction, mind sex? Who's talking about the art of the forehead kiss? We need that back because I'm tired of seeing these women from New York talk about some, I like the fuck. They talk so nasty. You can be you, but we don't need that. We need
be you, boo boo.
We need femininity, but we also need masculine sternness to protect the community, protect our women, and let the women be women, yo. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I fuck with R&B. We need that R&B life back.
Nah, for sure, for sure. And the funny thing is, you know what I mean? I was just thinking about this. I was like, I'm gonna make some content about it, like, and it's directed to obviously indie artists, because you can't do nothing for the mainstream. They ain't gonna listen. But indie artists, stop thinking that just because you got a bottle, you know what I mean, some chick twerking in a video, people gonna watch the video. That shit corny. Y'all gotta get back to being creative. That's why I miss like the old music videos back in the day. You don't need a big budget. Just think outside of the box. Really work on the treatment, whatever the song is about. You ain't got to get guns, money, smoke weed, and all that shit. No, once I see them type of videos, instantly skipped. Like, and I don't want to ever see that. I'm gonna block your ass after that because I don't ever want to see that. I'm not judging nobody for making their art, but I do have the right to look at what I want to look at. You know what I mean? And if I don't like it, I'm gonna give my opinion, because I feel like at the end of the day, even though nobody asks you for my opinion, if you put your art out to the world, it's subjected for anybody's opinion. And if you don't want no opinion, don't post it. That's all I can say. But we do need to get back to that soft era with the women, you know what I mean, and for the men, you know what I mean, because I remember the R&B artists used to cry and sing over women they loved. Now I hate this bitch. Like, you understand? And I understand, to be honest with you, it's some women that's, like you said, they like N-words. They tough, rough. Yes. You know what I mean? And that might be due to them not having a father in their life. And that made me realize how important a father is, because if a girl don't have a father in her life, how's she gonna know how to talk to a man? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's too of them disrespectful. Like, it's a certain way you're gonna talk to, and you vice versa. You're gonna respect your woman if you had your mother in your life, because you know how your mother's supposed to be treated. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But let's bring that R&B back. Me, if you're a dope artist, I want to hear what you're talking about. Let my mind work. Let my mind work. And to put in perspective, I'm a book reader. I'm not a magazine person that look at the pictures. So give me something with your art so I could be like, damn, yo, Karev, you heard what he said, yo? Damn, he had my mind. Now it's just like, what? Shoot you in your face. I'm gonna sell the drugs on the blocks, and that day I'm gonna drink my. It's anything that sound like you just this conniving, fucked up person, and I'm gonna look at you in that light. How you present yourself, out of the words that come out your mouth. That's how I'm gonna treat you at the end of the day.
Shout out to the comments. We're gonna do the comments before we're gonna
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
I got a few announcements before the show's over.
I'm just saying we can't shun the youth. Right. We're not supposed to shun the youth. We're supposed to guide the youth. That's a whole nother show. The generations have to link up. But that's what I said. When you go to these places, and I went to a concert, the music was everybody together, and then it just fell off. And that's not good.
He said not this trapping beat.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Trapping beat and drilling beat. Yeah, that shit's ass. I'm gonna talk about it. Lux fan said I got women, virtues, weed, and more in my videos. So that's how. Hey, that's what's up. I ain't mad. I don't look or sound like a fool though, and that's what makes your music good.
Word. I'm talking about the people that had this shit in every video. Yo, it's like, yo, like, you should want to be creative, yo. I'm being honest, yo. Write a treatment, yo. That's what separates indie artists though, because I feel like sometimes people just be lazy, like, yo, fuck, I'm gonna do this. No, build a team. And when I say about building a team, ain't necessarily gotta be people that's your friends and shit like that. Look, Karev, he a part of the team. DJ Kawon, my photographer, Canada House, a part of the team. They ain't family members. They great at what they do. We came together as a unit, and we knocking down fucking doors and barriers, yo. That's all I'm saying.
And we got more people there. We also got Tree. We also had Nas the Romantic. We also got Big A. Shots on a big. Oh my God. I'm sorry, yo. Hey, you put it in the comments, yo. Shots by Big A on Instagram. Another photographer. We had people. We had Goodfellas TV. We had
a bunch of people. I ain't named everybody.
We got folks, so it's not just us. But I want to announce something before we go to the end of the show. We now have. I always put this on Heritage Hip-Hop Podcast. We have Ask the Host. If you would like to be a part of the show, send us a video. All right, you can send it to the video to the Hello Effect on Instagram, Kawon J Media on Instagram, or Heritage Hip-Hop Instagram. Send us a video, talking head video. We will play your video in the show. Ask the Host. And all you gotta do is just tune in, get your time on camera, and you can ask us a question and we'll answer it live on the show. Ask the Host is being brought to you by the Mike Council, where we talk about everything in hip hop culture. We are culturally driven with no skip. So we're not going to skip your question, but we'll give you the time and the day of when your question will be answered. So if you would like to be on the show, all you got to do is send in your talking head video, ask a question, and we'll answer it live on the show. What do you want to say, bro?
I just got a few announcements before we get about it here. First and foremost, you know what I mean, make sure y'all tap in August 29th for this year 2026 Heritage Hip Hop Awards, man. I think the submission is closed, but still in all, pull up to view, comment, like you understand what I'm saying? Network is gonna be live on YouTube, you know what I mean? And come out, check out the great art. You know what I mean? And right after that, August 30th, going down in Union, New Jersey, the House of Playoki, 1050 Stuyvesant Avenue in Union, New Jersey, is the Hello Effect Experience Part 4. We still booking artists, you know what I mean? I got 5 artists. I'm gonna probably do 5 more, you know what I mean, artists. Most of my artists is R&B artists. They women. I got 1 rap artist or whatever. So pull up, come vibe. I think at the part 4, I'm gonna take a little break, you know what I mean, to really now that it's 4, I'm gonna really do my shit different. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna take a break. I ain't gonna go right into 5 the following month after that. And last but not least, I just started a freestyle challenge. You know what I mean? I just signed a partnership with Fiend Magazine. Shout out to Bobby Joe Kitchen. You know what I mean? I got a 1-year editorial section in one of her magazines that's called Fiend Magazine. We actually doing a promotion right now, a freestyle challenge. Shout out to my brother Stress. He actually in it. He provided the beat. It's actually the last post I just posted before I got on live. It got all the information and details up there. I'm a drop an exclusive video tomorrow on my IG to really explain more in depth, even though there's a lot of information on that post on how to get involved. You know what I mean? In the winner that would get chose would get a 3-page article in a magazine or whatever. But every quarterly, I'm gonna be picking three people, whether it's 2 artists, a producer, or 2 producers and an artist to, I mean, promo in the magazine or whatever. So look out for more details with that coming or whatever. If any rappers that's watching or any rappers in here or artists, if you want to be considered a rapper, make sure you tap in. It's a free challenge, and you get to show your skills. And if you bringing that corny shit, that's you. You know what I mean? But that's all I got to say.
All right. Well, thank you for the plug for the Heritage Hip Hop Awards. Also, what's going on is Heritage Hip Hop also does AEO for artists. If you have a YouTube channel and you want to be artist label ready, where people can easily find you if they search for you, not just Google you. I mean, really find you on Chat GPT, Claude, and Perplexity. I have services for that. You can contact me through heritagehiphop.com or hit me up on, you can DM me on Instagram, Heritage Hip Hop. Also, shout out to DJ Kawon. We have the Mixtape show going on, and shout out to Mad Good Records. Oh, we have the Heritage Hip Hop Boys, like he said, and every 2 days we're releasing a new blog featuring all the artists that are nominated for Artist of the Year, Project of the Year, Group and Collab. We have Lady Girl's article that came out. I believe DJ Kawon's article has come out, and tomorrow we have the next artist. Tomorrow's the 10th. Tomorrow is the next artist to come out. So check out Heritage Hip Hop weekly. I mean daily. See who's coming out on the platform. You will see our services. You will see the awards. We have special guest hosts, The Bad Seed and Johnny Doe of the No Man podcast for H Squad Rebel Radio. We have we're celebrating legacies this year, so you will see music videos. You will see a live music performance, and we're gonna talk and we're gonna highlight everybody for this year. We're gonna talk about people in the industry who have been, or most importantly, you the artist, the fan, and the person who makes up the culture. So
I got one last thing. I just thought about this.
what's up?
I do want to give a shout out to Mr. Johnny Floss, man. Shout out to Johnny Floss.
Yeah, Floss
I
is not.
met him, you know what I mean, my first time in person for the Hello Effect Experience Part 3. He was one of the artists that invested in a platform, you know what I mean? So I appreciate his investment, but he invested in himself as an artist, you know what I mean? That's why I try to tell artists, like indie artists, it's different levels to be an indie artist. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna be one of them indie artists that sit around and wait out for handouts and go to all free shit, or you're gonna be one of them indie artists that invest in yourself. And investing in yourself is equally investing in others. You know what I mean? Like I said, Johnny Floss, he came to the the Hello Effect Experience Part 3. I mean Part 2 and Part 3. I apologize. And also this was at New Music Wednesdays. So once again, shout out to Johnny Floss, man. If you having uh a brain fart and you don't know where to go, how to go, you looking at the right show, the Mike Council. Like Karev told you, he already told you what he do. He do more than that, but he just gave you a little brief of it. Shout out to my brother DJ Kawon, do a lot of stuff, and I do a lot of things. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I can help you. Like I could give you. I'm not a gatekeeper, but I'm only gonna get information to people that I know that's gonna use it. You know what I mean? So once again, no matter how big you grow, you're gonna have to still invest in yourself. Look, all these big top brands, how much money they spend on advertising at the Super Bowl. If you want to be seen and heard, you looked at as a business. You a business. You got an E&I number. You a business. Like, so you got to put your business out there. Like, you don't want to be one of them business that people don't know about. And your shit had to go down because nobody checking. So that's all I got to say. Appreciate y'all. Hand it back over to you, my brother.
Yep. So just remember, y'all. Just remember, we take submissions for music videos. We're now taking submissions for you to ask your own questions to be a part of the show. And Seek, what's in your rotation? What are you listening to this week? Got anything you listening
All right. So what I'm listening to, honestly, I'm listening to nothing but R&B. Like I've been, you know what I mean? That's how I find new artists. You know what I mean? I don't know everybody method, but I usually go on my Instagram where I be at most of the time. And it come from me seeing one avid artist and clicking on their shit and I'm liking it and just scrolling up and I'm finding more that's related. So I've been finding a lot of R&B female artists that really have talent, like they voice, they look, and the songs that they're talking about. And I'm enjoying that shit. That's why it's funny that you brought up R&B in the show. But as far as mainstream, I ain't ever listened to no mainstream. I'm out of that spell. That's it.
All right. Me, I'm listening to Inspect the Deck new album. I gotta check that out. I'm checking out Chase Fetty new album. And I listen to Corrupt's new album. That's the all mainstream y'all gonna get from me. Everything else I'm listening to are everybody who is nominated for the Heritage Hip-Hop Awards. So Seek, Kawon, well, not Kawon, I can't. Seek, I'll send you the music. I'll send everybody else who's part of the team the music so we can all vote and get everything in. You can tell me what you think and everything. You're more than
I'm gonna get my honest opinion, like respectfully.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
You know what I mean? I'm always, no matter, and we can still be any artist. We can still be cool after that. I mean, my job is to make you better. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I get tired of people mixing up somebody giving an honest opinion with hate. Like, just because a person don't like something don't mean they hating. That's like if I don't like Domino's. I'm not hating on Domino's. I just don't like it. That's just not for me. You know what I mean? But everybody that's admitted, appreciate you much. You know what I mean? And the repay you is to, you know what I mean, celebrate you through this wonderful platform.
Facts. So y'all be on the lookout. The Mike Council is here. We will see you next Sunday. All right, we're gonna see you on Sundays. Please, thank you for bearing with us with the change in work schedules and things. We got children going back to school. We got job school year about to start. So, I'm gonna be coming up in here looking crazy, but it is what it is. We thank everybody for joining us. May the Most High bless you all. Peace. And we are out.
Thank you and good night. We are Heritage Hip-Hop.
Real hip-hop. Real hip-hop. We here. Real hip-hop. For real. real hip hop.